So this one is just about how situations change, and if you're in a tough situation, it can change. Yesterday, I have moved a little while ago, so I'm kind of going through that stage of clearing things out and putting things to charity shops and just making sure everything is necessary that's in the house, and if there's anything unnecessary, then great, someone else can really enjoy it. So it's great, I had a whole load of things to take to charity shop, and it just reminded me, now my children are now grown up because I had them quite young, but when I was younger, there was no way I could afford to buy things that were full priced. It just didn't happen. I mean, even when I had quite a good job, because there was one of me, two of them, and I was, they were responsibility A and B, or cost centre number 1 and number 2, and I didn't have the money to go and buy new clothes for them. The only things I bought that were brand new all the time were new shoes, and that was kind of like a real heartwarming treat to be able to sit in Clark's, obviously, and get my kids' feet measured and feel like I was really doing the right thing for them. The rest of the time I was buying second-hand clothes, and yesterday went back into those same charity shops. Now I've never been particularly fussed about money. I'm much more interested in security, because my driver was always security for my family. But it was an absolute blessing to go back in and think, well, someone else might really benefit or really enjoy what I'm handing in. And also it brought back the flashes, I'll make sure I'm going in the right direction. It brought back the flashes of memory of when I was going in there, because there's no way I had money to be able to pay for us to go to a cafe or eat out or anything like that, and I was going in there when they were little to find some really funky clothes for them or some funky clothes for me, and it wasn't an unhappy time, but it was an insecure financial time, and that was the scary thing. I think we're just walking through the McDonald's. I'm slightly lost getting back to my car. So what I want to say is, if you are currently in a situation where the primary source of funky clothes for your kids is charity shops, me too. So things can change. I mean, I did work stupid hard. I would be shattered. We're gonna have to jump over a fence now. I was absolutely shattered at night time. I remember being so tired one time. You ready? We're gonna jump over this fence. Bye bye McDonald's. There you go. I was so tired that I fell off my seat watching Sex and the City, because it was very, very funny, and I was lying horizontal because I was so knackered. I absolutely fell off. But the thing is, things change. You work slightly crazy hard, okay, and you buy things like assets which then in the long run pay your bills. You get to the point where you're thinking, well, I'm no longer needing to worry about this level of bill, that meant that I had to have real detail to make sure that we had enough money to cover the month. So things change, and in property, because you can buy properties discounted, and so you can make fairly significant pieces of wealth fairly quickly. Although in some ways it's a long tanker to change, in other ways it's a very short journey. I mean, I'm still in my 40s, thank goodness, and I'm now contemplating retirement, which is gorgeous. The only thing holding me back is I love what I do. Whereas 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was in charity shops, supporting my kids or clothing my kids in charity shops. So just keep going. It's really hard, and it's like a rocket. You put all the rocket fuel and all the work in the early days, and then boom, it flies up, and then it kind of defies gravity. See my aeronautical technability here? And then you're cruising. And I suppose I still work very hard, but I'm sort of at the stage where I'm thinking, I think I need more time to go to cinema, so I'm going to reduce down my work. So just keep going. And I hope somebody really enjoys my charity. Oh, there was some beach. It was such a shame. There were beach umbrellas that the kids and I used to really enjoy at the beach, but of course they're now in their 20s, and they're not going to be hanging around digging up sandcastles with me anymore, at least not for a while. See you soon, and I hope that's helped, and just keep going.